Hello everybody, welcome back to Frostpunk. Day 20 is upon us, and with that we get another temperature drop to minus 50 degrees. It's getting really cold. My tents will no longer be able to provide enough heat. Even though we have the braziers on level 2, we still will be having chilly tents now with minus 50 degrees. Now we do get another temperature increase once again the next day, but what we can see is it will then go down again to minus 50. So we're going to live with minus 50 now soon. After the Great Storm, it seems to be even still as cold as before. So yeah, we have to prepare for that. So the bunkhouses are, well, unavoidable. We really need them. And for that we need lots of wood and steel, so that should be our focus. The other thing is my scouts have reached once again another site, that is the Winterhome ruins and Monument of Ignorance. Those who managed to flee left long ago, and we have no idea what happened to them. Apart from some of the evacuated children who found shelter in New London, Winterhome has become a monument to the human ignorance and hubris, and its destruction is being completed by nature. The Great Storm covered the ruins with snow and ice. Only the regular patterns of mounds and depressions remind us that this white shroud covers the work of human hands. This is Winterhome, by the way. That is another scenario, so the scenario of Winterhome, the fall of Winterhome. And we get a bit of steel, wood and raw food out of it and can continue. Children's mine? That doesn't sound like I need that. Destroyed automaton. There might be some steel and steam cores waiting for us as well. Now, those are not the only things happening right now in the background. Another thing is our safe route construction is finished now. And all hail to the safe route, the construction team. And thus we have a street connection. I cannot see it particularly here, but it should be available. We confirmed that a safe route between our settlements has been successfully established. It will allow us to quickly respond to emergencies and give us the much needed sense of stability. From now on, we will be sending your shipments of raw food every other day. We hope this route will benefit both our people greatly. Beautiful. How much food is that? 50 per day now with that. Very good. Huge boost on that. I'm really happy, but I have a feeling that once again, this is not a permanent effect. Like with all of Frostpunk, it gives you a bit of hope and then destroys it again completely. Now we don't have an active quest here really, only search Frostland for other settlements and wait for New London's response. So something of that will probably happen. Can I disband them? Yeah, I can disband my construction team. For now I don't need that, and I do need the steel and wood however. First of all, we can have an additional research. I'm eager to do that since we have now all the things available for it, so that we have the resources, and healthcare installation sounds like a good plan. it's actually something, tech 4 might be my favorite, but look at the cost. We have the option tech 4 or the bunkhouses at the moment. Or we finally go with the wooden supports. This allows us to boost our army warehouse for 12 hours by 50% if we use 50 wood on that. Now 50 wood is something we can easily get that by those guys here, by sending them a bit of coal and food like this one, or improved heating. We do get additional wood supplies. Let's send them actually the food, and let's send them some coal and steel. Both of that we can afford. 2 additional things coming in, and with that lots of wood. So once we have that, we can use some of that wood on our warehouse. Now while we have that as well, let's actually start with the bunkhouses, the first ones. And as we can see, a bit expensive, but it's manageable. And now we have finally the first bunkhouses in progress. It's minus 50 degrees, so we really do need them then for the permanent minus 50 degrees. So that is a good beginning. Hot Springs, we're really grateful for all the work and supplies you provided. We'd like to ask you to solve an issue though. Your people are disturbed by the sight of our dead, whose frozen bodies we stored to compose them later. They want to build a cemetery and bury them like in the old times. This is not our way. We want to respect the wishes of our dead to be returned to the circle of life, not trapped in the permafrost forever. Will you help us prepare a composting pit for them? In this case, I actually agree with them. Yes, we'll help them. So we can use the dead in another way like that. So let's have a look what that costs us. Helping hands. We can help the locals. That is not the quest though. There it is, composting pit. Yeah, 20 wood, that's perfectly fine. We also have the workers. We can send them the workers for a bit of additional raw food. Yeah, let's do that actually. We have the workers, we have the resources, no problem there. Speaking of resources, I'm also going to have another emergency shift on the army warehouse tonight. We can afford it and we do need the steel. And we finished the wooden support. So as we can see now we can boost the outcome or the output of this army warehouse. And I think I'm going to use that, both of it now at the same time. So there we have it. And the wooden support. Now this boosts the output by another 5 steel per hour, and that's for another 24 hours. Beautiful. My scouts have reached the destroyed automaton. We explored the rusting hull of the automaton. It was a general purpose machine, probably used by Winterhome in the field to help with construction. It must have been abandoned after suffering irreparable damage. The steam core has been removed, but we can still get some steel from it. Not very much though, but at least it's something. And growth of bones. Very diligent scout team, since we have so many scouting points. Should we get more scouts? We do have the workers. Yep, we do have the wood. Let's get some more scouts out there. Let's get them to the steel bridge. First, let's get them here to station ruins, because that's much quicker. Oh, actually, yeah, it's much quicker. By a full day. Now we can continue sending them. And construction is very slow, unfortunately, at the moment. The first bunkhouse is ready. And a new law is also ready. Ceremonial fun funerals. House of pleasure. Hope will fall, but by discontent goes down. That's cool, because we have lots of hope anyway. And I can use some of that to turn it right into discontent, well, content. That is. Now all of them are working for it. Very good. So I think lots of my people now are living in these bunkhouses then, giving us some livable conditions. The few people that actually get sick right now, we can tend them in the infirmary. Lots of shipments are coming in right now for wood and raw food especially. We need that because food rations are extremely low at the moment. To say the least, they're actually at 0. And since we do get, look at that, steel is coming in at tremendous rates there right now. Beautiful. We might actually switch it to steam cores as well. Disturbed again, numerous human bones lie scattered among the stumps of frozen trees. Most of them have tooth marks left probably by starving wild animals, which must have unearthed them, desperately searching for food. We'll bury them before leaving. This is all we can do for these long gone strangers. Right, lots of resources this team there is carrying. And yes, since steel is coming in so plentiful, let's switch to steam cores and steel. And we should have a nice impact here. Oh, it's still at 0.1. Despite the fact that we use these wooden supports. And yeah, we are at 40 degrees again, so it's comfortable warm for all the tents at the moment. No problem there. And is that correct? We don't have any outbound team right now. That is correct. Let's have a look there. Hot springs. Overflow redirection. Oh, we are on the way to the next level for these guys. This gives me another 10 food per day. Beautiful. Let's take this. And here we can take help access the coal hole. If we help the shipwreck camp residents open the coal hold, they will send us wood instead of burning it to heat their homes. Let's do that as well. And let's trade some. No, we don't have the food really. I don't want to trade any food for the moment, but some additional shipments. That's necessary. Now, the sawmill is out of wood soon, and that's permanent then. No more trees here. Research-wise, we can actually go with the next one. Can we go with difference engine? I would like to go with that, to be honest. Yep, so we just need a bit of wood. Oh, I think we have it now. There it is. And the rest of the wood we get from the sawmill now, and then 2 incomings with 50 wood. Let's actually send them some food there. This gives us another 75 wood, all of which we need. Medical report. Our medical staff reports from shipwreck camp. These people are hardened and skilled workers. Their bodies carry numerous scars from injuries suffered while working in dangerous and sometimes toxic conditions. Nevertheless, they seem surprisingly healthy, although many of them currently suffer from various maladies caused by malnutrition and bad living conditions. Alright, we can probably help them. We still would have some wood here, but it's in the open. Building a gathering post for just this one pile, probably not worth it. We can dismantle the sawmill now. That's at least 8 wood that we get out of it. And our scouts have reached the station ruins and can thus continue now to the steel bridge. And as we can see, they grow in numbers. Hot Springs and Shipwreck Camp. And I think Hot Springs has surpassed the camp. Right, lots of shipments are coming in, especially for the wood. That's important. And we can use that then for some bunkhouses. Now, the army warehouse will probably not be working now anymore. Nope, that's fine. They've done a good job. Oh, the camp. We managed to gain access to coal hold. In the process, your people found the registry containing our sentences. Most of our people were convicted for minor offenses under new, harsh laws intended to raise cheap labor. But it turns out there are also arsonists and murderers among us. The registry contains no names, just prisoner numbers, but we think it's fortunate. We can give everyone a new life in this new world, and to this end we ask you to destroy the registry. Alright, but so far... murderers and rapists. Yeah, let's forgive and forget, because so far no problems from them, and if they do anything again, well, then we have them. I hope this is the right decision. There's always this big question mark with those decisions. Alright. Drying springs. The springs are barely flowing. It seems that the great storm has somehow disrupted the water circulation, which supplied heat from the depths, and without it the sources started to freeze. The plants, which were protected by the resources, must have died during the storm or soon after. Then the animals which used to feed on them left or starved. Nothing else here. Then we have the children's mine and the steel bridge. Alright, day 22, 5 o'clock. No temperature fall today, but as we can see, it's going to minus 60 degrees now soon. What is going on? Why is this going down and down? We will need more bunkhouses. Let's have 3 additional ones. Steel bridge. Workers are busy cutting pieces off the bridge structure. When we try talking to them, they rebuff us angrily and tell us to leave or else. The bridge will be defaced or worse. Stop them or chase them away and dismantle the bridge. If we prevail. If I don't, then I lose the scouts. But in that case, we have another scout team. Chase them away. We took the resources. Alright, that was lucky now twice. And we got a sturdy shelter. Alright, the second time that we were lucky. I don't think that I'm going to do that a third time. Now we've researched Tech 4, finally. So with this we get the advanced heaters. That's going to be very important for the next temperature drop that we have. Straddle carriers allows us raising the output of another 15%. Let's go with that right away. No questions. Another 15%, very important. And more bunkhouses are coming up for my people. A new law that we can sign. I think we don't need any laws anymore for now. Ceremonial rites. The loss of hope caused by death is halved. We might actually go with that for now. And shipwreck camp. Oh, actually there was the organ. No, that's fine. Now that the first improvements are complete, let's build something that should benefit both our settlements. Establishing a safe route between us would make trading faster and more secure by preventing the shipments from getting bogged down in the snow. If you build it, we'll start sending you wood every other day. Sounds like a good idea. Do we have the units for that? We do need a bit of steel there still. And we should have the steel now. Construction team, let's send them. This is the road? Really? I mean, look at that. We have a valley here and they want to build it over that mountain here. Okay, sure thing. I mean, they do like danger, right? The heating and healthcare in our settlement have improved, but your medics say the malnutrition is still causing many to fall ill. We don't have much, but we've managed to survive on our own. Yet perhaps it's time to ask for help. We don't do this lightly, and we don't want to use you. We know that you are in contact with a settlement producing food, so maybe we could talk to them? We'll send you food. We'll put you in touch. No, I'm certainly not going to put them in touch, because then we're going to lose some food of our own. But I'm going to send them some food. We can afford that, right? Yes. Okay, confrontation is still 9 days away. Is that really when the time where the quest runs out, or what is that? I hope I don't have to wait 9 days for the response of any longer. They sure take their time. We have the saddle, so we have a base production of 12 steel per hour in the warehouse. That's really powerful. Let's go with the next research then. Actually, I think we wait with the next research for now, since my resources are quite low. I could use the engineers on something else. Even though, wait a second, I don't even know on what, because the only thing we can really produce on our own is coal and the army warehouse. Both of them are fully manned. Construction team has arrived, needs some wood and steel still. We have the incoming of wood in 9 hours. That's a bit far away. Can we build something else? Yeah, let's build another sawmill. That gives us another supply then of 50 wood. So there's a bit of wood coming in now. And the sturdy shelter. Searching the area, we stumble upon a door handle sticking out from under the snow. Soon we dig out the door and see the plaque attached to it. To all scientists, if you use any supplies, remember to notify the quartermaster upon your return to the city. This is all that's left of the shelter. Right, a bit of wood. Yeah, let's get back home. With that scout team. Has a bit of steel. And this one is still on the way to the children's mine. I have a feeling that we'll see yet another of these camps then soon. And thus day 22 comes to an end, and a permanent minus 50 degrees drop now. To minus 50 degrees, that is. And the next wood shipment is coming in now. There it is. Very good. Can we use that now for the road? Oh, we still need a bit of steel. I will probably have another emergency shift now tonight. We can use some of the wood for the wooden supporters. That's at least something. Children's mine. We go inside. It turns out that the mining corridors reaching deep under the permafrost give shelter to dozens of children accompanied by a handful of old and frail people. The mining machines broke long ago. Now the coal is being extracted by kids whose small stature allows them to traverse the tunnels easily. The children are proud that they manage on their own and reject our suggestion to move. We can help them, well, by having another trading depot. Let's send my scouts back home. Those scouts have lots of resources on board, so we can then afford easily. We can easily afford another construction team, and this will open up the third camp. And I think this will then also, yeah, there we have it. Search Frostland for other settlements. Now we found all the 3 settlements. The children's mine is the last one. And thus we have finished that. So now the response should be coming anytime soon. Since we have the temperature drop, let's build 2 more bunkhouses. And I think all of my people are then living in them. And more is coming in, more wood. Let's see if we can send something. How much food do I have? I do have quite a lot of food. Let's send them 30 coal and 20 food again. And that's it for now. And we still need a bit of steel, but that's coming in now. 75 steel. And then we can build, there it is, the first safe route now. We are pleased to report that everything went as planned. Very good. And let's continue to High Peak. I mean, that is seriously some road connection here. Right, coal is extremely full at the moment. The hot springs. Sir, one of our people in Hot Springs has died and the locals want to use his body as a crop fertilizer, just like they do with their own dad. I have one of his friends on the line. Hello, sir? They want to compose Frank, those sick bastards. Sir, please don't let them do it. Yeah, send the body home. I mean, in this case, I do make an exception because it's a friend of ours. And of course, we don't want to use him as a fertilizer, since we do have some memories with Frank. Righto. Another 75 steel. Let's have another emergency shift. Discontent is really low anyway. And this will give us then something else. Oh, very good. Scouts have returned. This should be enough steel now for the next safe road. And crevice zone. Sir, while prospecting the safe route, the shipwreck camp, one of our people almost fell into a hidden crevice. Yeah, why do you build a road on a peak? We checked the surroundings and unfortunately discovered that the whole area is full of such dangers. We could build bridges. Secure the road. We don't have the resources. Just put up the warnings. Alright, sounds like a good idea to me. Probably going to lose a few people then. And the construction team. We still need 50 wood, which is coming in 3 hours. We can probably send them something again. Safe route depot upgrade 60 steel. That's something we want to do as well. Steel we get plenty of anyway, and they have the overwork there now as well. A new law, let's have a look at that. Overcrowding, accelerations. Well, actually that's it for now. I don't think we'll need overcrowding, but then no more laws. Research wise, I want to wait as well since I don't have the resources. And day 24 is upon us. And with that, probably soon we get the respawns now. Stay tuned.